And then on your next inhale, slowly draw your hands back towards the knees. Knees draw in, and then while we're still in our box position, you work into our hips for mobility, and also going to be, we're going to be doing some balance and very importantly core work. So how we're going to do this is you're going to take your take your right foot out, so just so that it's in line with the knee that's bent. I might just put my hands into fists, but if you don't have sore wrists, you can keep them exactly how they are. So we're going to lift you're going to lift this foot up to about hip height. Okay, so we lift up, toes pointing forward, trying not to put all our weight into the other side. Okay, and then bend the knee, and we're going to do some circles. So we're going to bring the knee towards your arm, big circles back, 3 forward and 3 back, keeping your knee at 90 degrees. Okay, and back. Nice big circles. Breathing, engaging the core. Last one this way. Very nice. Extend the foot back, and then we're going to take your left arm out, so you side to side. Go forward, side. 3 more. Breathing in. Keep your hips square. Last one. And then place your left hand back down. And then we're going to do 5. Bringing your toes forward. 3, 4, 5. Hold it. Extend your right foot back. And you can just push sit bones to heels just for a little stretch. Breathe in. Exhale through my mouth. And then come back into your box, and we're going to do the other side. So take your left foot out to the side, lift it up, bend it to 90 degrees, and we're going to do 3 big circles forward and 3 back. So knee towards the top of the arm, big circles, 2, 3, other side. Bring knee forward, back, 2, 3, very nice. Take your leg back to the side, toes pointing forward, and then take the opposite hand. Awesome, and then we go 1, breathe in, exhale, 4 more, 1, 2, sorry, 3, 4, probably did 1 too many, 5, and then place your right hand down, and then 5 toes towards the face, 3, 4, 5. Stand it back, whew. Push heels to bum. And then you can take your hands back alongside, fingers pointing towards toes. Breathe in. And breathe out through open mouth. Next inhale, slowly come back up. Extend through the legs, shake. Cool. And from here, the hands down, and then we are going to move into a dolphin pose. So basically what you want to do is you want to put your hands and forearms flat down, measuring the distance. You do this, grabbing opposite elbows, and that's where you want to keep your hands. And squeeze, the point is here is to really squeeze, keep squeezing the elbows in towards each other and engaging your shoulder girdle to push out of your elbows, because you don't want to sink into them, you want to push up and away. Okay, now untuck your feet, breathe in, push up, and walk your feet slowly closer towards your arms. Keep your elbows squeezing in. Breathe. You can walk your feet back a bit, take them wide maybe. Okay. Engage your thighs as if you're squeezing a block. Squeezing top of the arms, and focusing on pushing out of the shoulders. And then we're going to do dolphin plank. So we'll toes back, pushing away with your heels, bringing your shoulders over the elbows, and then push it up and come down. Up, down. Up into the toes, roll forward. 2 more. Over, push away. Last one. Very nice. And then lower the knees, sweep hands behind you, and you can put your hands into fists and just push up and away, and then slowly walk up. Very nice. Squeeze into the, just give yourself a hug and shake it out. Awesome. So let's get back into our dolphin. You can actually clasp your hands, even though that's not technically dolphin, but it is, it does help with keeping our elbows properly aligned and really squeezing inwards and away. Okay, so as you can see, it's like you don't want to like slump down. You want to go up and push out, then push into a sort of downward dog, but it's a dolphin downward dog. Hips lifting the sit bones upward, moving your shoulders over your elbows, and you're pushing into your forearms and pushing out of the shoulders. Okay, round, and hands, feet can go down. Inhale onto the toes, shoulders over elbows. 3 more. Okay, down, inhale, up, squeeze elbows, and down. 1 more. Last one. And down, you can bend the knees again. And then bring arms to the sides for child's pose. And then slowly come to sit up. Grab your opposite elbows behind your back, keeping your tummy in, and shoulders down. Just breathe. Let the arms relax into the hands, and then very slowly release. And then we're gonna just twist hands side to side. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, down, hands down. We're gonna move into our downward dog. Push it up. You can gently pedal as you move into your first real downward dog. And then come to stillness, tummy in, thighs engaged. Bend your knees, push up onto your toes, and then gaze between your hands. You can either step or hop your feet between your hands. Take an inhale, exhale, hop, and forward fold. Bend your knees, putting the weight more into your toes. And then as you inhale, we're going to sweep arms to the side, coming all the way up to a standing position. Bringing palms together above your head. Exhale, sweep hands all the way down. Palms facing forward for your Tadasana pose. Lovely. Hands to hips. We're going to do our tree pose. It's a really nice, gentle, balancing pose. The key here is to not push into the knee with the feet, but to try and bring the heel of the foot close up to the groin, and then use your thigh to push against your foot, and your foot to push back into the thigh. And that tension really helps stabilize. Also in yoga, there's a word called drishti, and it's really trying to find somewhere to look at, to draw your attention, and to help just calm the mind and bring stillness into a pose. We don't every day have good balance. And now that I said this was a nice, easy tree pose, I might not have balance, but this is right. Hands and hips, pushing down into your right foot. can bring your left knee up high, take it out wide. Using your right hand, help your heel up as close in towards the groin as you can. Okay, push the heel into the thigh and push the thigh back. So your knee also goes wide. Relax into the shoulders. Hips are forward, come up, reaching tall. Relax the shoulders. And then hands down. And then back to your hips. Gently release the knee. Extend it. And lower. Very nice. Other side, pressing down, lifting up into the knee, out to the side, pulling the heel at the foot all the way up, pushing the foot into the thigh and pushing back with the thigh. Inhale, sweep hands up, squeezing hips forward, relaxing the shoulders, come all the way down, and then very slowly release the knee, extend the leg, and bring it down. Awesome, and then we just take your feet out a bit, and just move the hips forward, back. You can bend your knees a bit if you want. Awesome. Now, we start in Tadasana. We're going to do a few sun salutations and vinyasas into our lunges, working on our twisting, but also really, again, engaging into the thighs and balance. So we're going to sweep hands all the way up. Exhale, bend your knees, fold forward. Inhale, straighten, lengthening through the back. Hands down, right toes to the back of the mat. Lower your right knees, untuck the toes, and then sweep hands forward. Gentle back bend into a runner's lunge. And trying to push the hips forward and square, and then also squeezing thighs towards the midline. And then reaching hands forward, untuck the back foot, push your bum back, lifting into the left toes, and also again, trying to keep hips forward and square. This is quite an intense calf and hamstring stretch. Slowly put your hands down, come up, sweep left foot to the back. And we're going to go through a chaturanga, but it's going to be, we're not going to do a full one, we're going to go knees, chest, chin. So downward dog, take a breath in, onto the toes, roll forward into a plank, drop the knees, chest, chin, breathe in to slide, squeeze elbows, lift hands up for baby cobra, go down, push back into downward dog. And then we inhale, take a right foot up, exhale, bring that right foot between your hands, lower the back, knee, untuck toes, sweep up, pulling the left hip forward as much as you can and pushing out with the hips. So up and out as not to compress the lower back. And then sweeping hands, bum goes back, right foot goes up. You can untuck your toes, shoulders nice and relaxed down the back. Breathe. Then release the right foot, place hands down, lift left leg, bring it to the front. Inhale for halfway lift, exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, hands above your head, and sweep them back down for Tadasana. Cool. Inhale up, exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale, right toes to the back. Now we're going to get ready for a high lunge. So inhale, squeezing thighs inward, bending into the right knee, facing forward. Have a bit of a back bend. As you come up, take your right hand forward, sweep left hand behind you, gentle twist. And then we're going to cartwheel. Hands, just draw the left foot up, open your left hip, bring the left heel to your bum, looking under your armpit. And then bring it back, square to lower down into downward dog. Inhale for a plank, and then we're going to roll over into your left outer foot. Place your right foot midway for a side plank variation. And then take your hand back, sweep right foot up, and then we'll go full chaturanga, but with 3 legs. Exhale, downward dog. Very nice. Inhale, sweep right foot up behind you. Exhale, draw the knee in, place right foot in between hands. Again, inhale for high lunge, bring your left hip forward. And then we're going to do a little twist. And then cartwheel hands. Take right foot up, open the hips, bend the knee, look under the armpit. And then square the hips off. Come to a, bring your foot back down. From downward dog, come up into a plank. In putting pressure, weight into right hand, roll over to the outside of the right foot. Bring the left foot midway. Very nice. And then sweep that up for a full chaturanga into downward dog. Awesome. Take a nice inhale and exhale into your downward dog. Bend your knees onto your toes, gaze between your hands. We're going to hop our feet onto the outside of our hands for a squat. Breathe in and then hop. Exhale as you land. I'm going to turn. You can be on your toes. You can use a block to support underneath your bum. But trying to remain quite nice and straight. So you want to pull your sit bones down towards the ground and lengthen up. Very nice. And then we're going to inhale, sweep your left hand around the knee, gazing up, keeping your weight spread evenly between the thighs and the feet. And then inhale, sweep around, upward. And then bring both hands down, and we want to really just squeeze in to the back of our arms, which is quite a nice intensive little pose. Hands in front of you, push hips up as you bring your feet together. Inhale, sweep hands all the way above your head, and exhale, sweep them back down for Tadasana. Really nice. We're going to do one more salutation before we move back to the ground. Sweep hands up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back. Hands both down through our chaturanga into a downward dog. We're going to go into a plank, and from our plank we're going to go into a side plank, same as we've been doing. So take a nice inhale, come up onto the toes as you slide over the wrists, and then twist so that onto your outside of your left foot. You can take your right foot just in front of your left foot, or if you want, you can bring your foot up like a tree pose, pushing out of the hips, engaging thighs. Very nice. And then coming back, sweep through three-legged chaturanga. Very nice, into downward dog. I'm going to do side plank on the other side. So a nice inhale up into the toes, rolling slightly forward into plank. Roll over the right foot, and then as you did on the other side, trying to keep tummy in, hips away, and then very gently rolling into your three-legged chaturanga. Inhale up, exhale over the toes. Nice breath or two in downward dog. Bend your knees, and then on your toes you can gaze to your hands. Take an inhale and hop forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep arms up and overhead. And exhale to Tadasana. Cool. And then from here, we're going to inhale into a chair pose. So bending the knees, sweeping hands down. Your sit bones are going towards the ground, lowering all the way into a boat pose. Bring your knees towards your chest, pushing your heels away, and trying to imagine you're squeezing a block between your thighs. And then push your feet away, bring hands to your hips, forward. Breathe in. We're going to do 4 more. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Think 2 more. Last one. Come up. Don't drop your feet. Take your thumbs with your fingers and then push your heels away. Squeeze thighs. Whoopsie. Focus. And then bring yourselves together. And then like this. Awesome. And then we're just going to take a nice inhale. Big hug. And just fold forward. You can round into your back. It doesn't matter. It's very nice. And then come back up, bringing eyes up last. And shake into the legs a little bit. Awesome. And from here, we're going to bring ourselves onto our backs, bending the knees. And you want to bring your heels as close to your sit bones as you can, so that as if you can touch them with your fingertips. We'll push up into bridge, and key components of this to protect the knees are in the lower back. You want to really push down into your big toes, squeeze thighs together, and push your knees away from you. So, bringing your hands underneath towards your heels. We're going to breathe in, squeeze thighs, push down to big toes, chest goes up, push knees away, exhale, come down slowly. 1 more, squeeze thighs, push into big toes, bum goes up, push the knees away from you, and exhale down slowly. And then you can bring your knees into your chest, trying to bring the sacrum, lower back towards the floor for a gentle side to side. And then from here we're going to go into a shoulder stand. So we're going to I think from here bring your knees and through a curl into the mat. Take your arms out to the side, shoulder height, and then we're going to lift the knees one by one, bring them into a 90-degree box. Inhale and then exhale, bring them over towards your right, keeping your left shoulder down. Breathing into the twist. Inhale, bring your knees back to center. And then take another inhale and exhale over to the left. You can gaze over your right shoulder. Breathe into the sides, the glutes, into the back. And then inhale, bring both knees to center, help bring them in for a bit of a hug. And then take your feet wide, and then we're going to take our hands on the outside, pulling the knees towards our armpits for a happy baby. So pulling your feet down, pulling down on the feet, pushing down your sacrum. Breathe in. This is a really, really nice hip release. Keep shoulders relaxed and on the mat. You also are most welcome to rock side to side, but you don't have to. Bring soles of your feet together. Take legs up, point the toes, and then flex the toes down, bending the knees, and then slowly extending into a nice flat position, corpse pose for Shavasana. Let your toes drop out to the sides. If you have any pain in your lower back, put a blanket or a bolster underneath your knees just to relieve some of the tension. You can also actually scoop your bum up and then slowly lower it again just to bring a bit of flatness to the lower part of the back, to your sacrum. And the same, shoulders down, and then tuck your chin in to your chest and then lower it down. Just have a nice long spine, hands just slightly away from your body, not wide out there, palms facing up, fingers relaxed and curled in, eyes closed. Stay in this pose while I talk you through it. Don't be bothered by me if I sit up, just so that I can speak better. Keep your eyes closed in this position. Bring your attention to scanning the body, starting with the toes. Relax your toes, soles of your feet, let the ankles soften for the toes to flop out to the side, heels in. Soften the shins, calf muscles, release any tension in the knees, the quads. Feel the hamstrings become heavier as they connect to the mat. Feel comfort in the glutes as they feel heavy, comforted by the support of your lower back. Allow your pelvis, the hips to soften. Release any tension you might hold in the belly, in your core, in any of the muscles wrapped around your torso. Allow each of the vertebrae to fall into their own comfortable place without trying to force or tighten. Let them be. As you do that, feel your shoulder blades heavier down the back, bringing the shoulders away from the ears, softening to the elbows, feeling a release in the palms of your hands as each finger softens and curls naturally. Feel a lightness across your chest, and feel that lightness rise up towards the neck, over the shoulders, to the top of your back, up the back of your neck, allowing your head to feel heavy on the mat, softening into the throat, the jaw, the shoulders. Release any tension you might have in the jaw, the cheeks, mouth and throat, softening into the forehead, feeling a heaviness of comfort, forcing you to release all that tension that we don't even realize we carry. Feel your whole body soften into a nice comforting heaviness, being drawn in towards the earth through the mat. Each part of the body connecting to the mat, being pulled in towards the earth's core, the energy center. Allow the movements from our yoga session to simulate and settle. Give yourself these few minutes just to be. Slowing into the breath once again as your body is heavy and soft into the mat. And then feel this lightness as all that heaviness pushes up through your body and off and away, releasing all that you've been holding during this day or this week. And as it blows up and through your body away into the atmosphere, allow this lightness, this sense of floating to envelop you as you release into the serenity of yourself and self-care. Gently touch each of your fingertips with your thumbs, bringing movement into the fingers, gently moving into the wrists, the toes, your ankles. And inhale to reach your hands behind you for a nice morning stretch, and exhale side out and just let the body soften. One more nice inhale, stretch, and exhale side out. Bring your hands in front of you as you draw in your knees towards your chest. Wrap your arms around your knees and roll very gently over onto your right side into a fetal position. Bring your knees in towards your forehead as you hold yourself in a safe space. Use your left hand, pressing it down in front of your face to come up gently into a seated position, eyes closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. I hope you enjoyed that session. I look forward to doing the next one with you too. Drink lots of water and look after yourself. Bye.